Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. This is Gnomadan here. Say hello to everyone, Gnomadan. Good boy. When we last left off, we were right here on the edge between the Old Forest and the Barrow Downs, the Northern Barrow Downs. We were fixing up some quests here for the various lost travelers who have been stuck here, having apparently giving Breland tours of the Barrow Downs, if that's such a thing. But then when you see all the pictures of the hundreds of people lined up in nice long rows trying to make it up to the top of Mount Everest, standing in rows like little kindergarten children, you begin to understand people would do any stupid thing. So apparently people like to go on tours of the dead crypts here in the Barrow Downs as well. We've done a couple of the quests. Let's pick up a few more of the ones. And the biggest one we got out of the way was the Leila escort mission. Yes, indeed. Second most annoying mission escort in the game after the ones you have to do
for me?
For Sarah Oakhart. Let's see here. Treasures of Cardolan. It seems that this may not be the first time that such terror has plagued these lands. The bits of parchment you recovered lead me to believe that two brothers fought to recover a great treasure of Cardolan and brought it here to the Northern Barrow Downs. The lore fragments you brought me mention a fortress named Ostgorthad. The men of Cardolan took many of those who fell sick to the plague there. The ruins of that fortress still stand today in the south. It is from here that a terror rose and cursed the brothers for their theft. If you are willing, you may seek the treasure or the history of that treasure at the Northern Barrow, not far from here to the east. Perhaps we can learn more about these men and how to stave this evil from spreading beyond the bounds of the Barrow Downs. It's a level 19, but we'll go ahead and take it. Let's collect any of the others that have popped up. Hey, Reginald, you've got...
What can I do for you?
Talking about the Bargus, killing the Bargus. We've got that. I think that's the howls that shake the spirit, the one that he wants us to do. Sal has one now. And Knob or Bob? Bob over here is thankful that we brought Leila back. Fled to the south.
Take a moment of your time.
Another level 19. So we're right about the point where we need to pull out our rock and start leveling up once more. Our forces were split when we entered the Barrow Downs and were set upon by wights, barghest, and all manner of fell creatures here. Some followed myself, while the others headed south. There's a place where the hill rises high and separates the Southern Barrow Downs from the Northern Barrow Downs. It is called Dead Man's Perch, and I pray that the name does not hold true. It overlooks Southern Bree, and is a flat area that we have oft-camped at if necessary. I pray you find the others there. Search the Dead Man's Perch for the other guides. We can do that as we finish up the traveler quest here in the northern part. A few more things to do, like killing rats and bats and bears, oh my, and defeating barghests. So we'll work on those. In the meantime, let's take a look at our quest here. I don't want to see the completed ones. I want to see these. Breland. Carriers of Disease, Howls That Shake the Spirit, and then we got a couple of Thornleys and My Brethren's Call. So I'm going to go out and kill a bunch of rats and crawlers, kill a bunch of barghests, and then we shall return. And at that point, I think we'll be leaving the Northern Barrow Downs for a bit and heading back over to Saradan, so we can do those other two level 18s that he has over that way. I think I remember having to do that on Narwhal as well, that we did the Northern Barrow Downs for a while, and then went and did the Thornley's Camp group, and then we came back to do the Southern Barrow Downs. The way they had them kind of strange, the way they had the levels kind of split there. But never you mind. We're going to see if we can take these guys on. Alright, another crawler down. See if we can get this rat here too while we're at it. Oh, that was good. And the barghests? Did my trap go away? My trap finally went away. Alright. we'll have to do you the hard way. Probably take a few arrows to the knee while we're at it. And another blast. There we go. Alright, so you see what we're going to be doing? And I will rejoin y'all after we have cleared some of the vermin out of here. It did not take very long to round up all the critters and take them out. That barrage is an awful nice attack. It truly is. Just blam, blam, blam. We also used our trap quite a few times, although we didn't need to. Used Passage of Nature quite a few times, although we didn't need to. Just because I believe there is a deed that you get for using them X number of hundreds of times, you know? And that is always good, because it will keep you getting those trait points and stuff coming in, doesn't it? Alright, and keep you getting those virtues. Let's talk to Reginald here.
Greetings.
Yes, I heard their howls turn into barks and then whimpers. You have done well. We will enjoy your respite. Your actions have earned us. Yes, indeed. Has been a while. I guess I should have maybe read the bestowal text for that one, shouldn't I? Let's go back and look at that one again. It's in Breland. And it's howls that shake the spirit. Let's see. That's the one. In all my years of heading into these haunted lands, never have I seen anything like this. You must trust me, my friend. I would never have taken folk into the Barrow Downs had I known what walked here now. We shielded them as best we could, but the fright is still too much to ignore. It is the howling of the bar guests. It would drive us mad if we cannot quell it. Could you help us kill these beasts, these terrors, so that we might have some rest to regain our strength for return to Bree? Right. So that's that. Let's go talk to Sal. Wow. Tall bushes there, expecting to see a creeper hidden inside them. Talk to you, Sal. Is this one Carriers of Disease? While we pushed through the fiends and the fog, we lost a few people. Some headed deeper into the mist of the Barrow Downs, and we hoped they survived to reach a safe location in the south. Others were stricken with a terrible pox. One of these men was not as ill as the others, but being sick, he offered to take word to Bree requesting help. Well, we've already seen what happened to him. I fear that the disease comes from the crawlers and rats infesting this land. If this is true, then we shall need to clear a path through the Barrow Downs so we have a safe path out. If you are willing, kill these creatures, but be wary. Their bites and even their flesh may cause some vile illness or disease. Okay. Well, we killed a few.
What do you need?
You have our thanks. When we make ready to move out of this accursed place, we will need as much of the area clear as possible. These folks are not as used to traveling as those of us who spend our lives on the road. We shall need every advantage we have available to prevent the loss of more lives. Okay, very good. Now, let's see what we have. Which ones do we have left over here? My Brethren's Call, Fled to the South, and Treasures of Cardolan are both level 19, so yep, now it is time to head back over to Saradan. And that we shall do. Let's turn on the Find the Path that I'm always forgetting to turn on. Give us that little extra boost of hunter speed. And I will see y'all whenever we go approaching Saradan's cabin once more. So I'll see y'all on the other side of the Barrow Downs and the deeper into the Bree Fields. See you in just a couple. We're coming up on Saradan's cabin here shortly. And we will get talking to him and about, like I said, we'll start the whole Thornley's quest over here and all the other things that take us into the northern area. Head us kind of toward Trestle Bridge. In fact, we've got the quest to go and visit Trestle Bridge and take them news. But of course, we will be avoiding that for the most part. Just like Gnarlo only comes and does the Lone Land stuff on the Epic line, we will only be doing the Northern Downs on the Epic line and saving all the other quests for her. But we're coming up on Saradan. I was going to let y'all know I had my first 3D printer failure. Earlier tonight, in fact, I started a printing. I'm currently printing the if y'all have ever seen the Awful Green Things from Outer Space, a Tom Wham game. It was originally printed in Dragon magazine back decades ago as one of their fold-in inserts, and then later TSR printed a copy of it, an actual board game copy. And then later after that, Steve Jackson Games bought the rights to it, and it's been a Steve Jackson game ever since. In fact, they released a pocket box edition. Well, somebody has made a group of 3D printable characters for it so that you can actually get the little 3D miniatures. And y'all will see all that. I've had, I remember my adventures in 3D printing that I did earlier and showed y'all. I am doing an adventures in 3D printing now to do the Awful Green Things. What was the first one? First one was my Carcassonne set, and I'm doing one now to show y'all my progress in the Awful Green Things set that I'm printing. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, I had my first failure tonight when for some reason the filament, I was using some gray filament, silver filament, and it like melted and clogged up, and there's a thing called a Bowden tube which carries the filament from the drive motor to the extruder, the hot end, and it like clogged up about a ½ inch in the Bowden tube. I had to cut off the end of it and get rid of the clog and re-put everything back together, and it was quite fun. Bowden tubes kind of like Jeffrey's tubes. You're just not as able to climb quite so far into them. Let's see. My brethren's call.
How can I be of service?
You should speak at once with Andreg. All right, let's look at my brethren's call to see exactly what that one... Your reputation precedes you. We are well aware of your efforts here in Breland and abroad. We, the Rangers of the North, thank you for all you have done. I wonder, though, are you willing to aid us evermore? Are you willing to stand against foes that have long risen up against the men of Middle-earth, threatening to tear us out by our roots and make this world over in the grim visage of evil? I think you are willing and able. It is for this reason I ask you to make your way north along the Greenway to the place where a pass cuts toward the eastern hills. There, in the ruins of the Greenway Fort, you may find one of my brethren. His latest reports tell me of a great danger growing out of the north, and he is in need of much assistance. And that would be Andreg. You should speak at once with Andreg. That we shall do. Let's also look at Thornley's farm. Oh, we'll finally get to use Thornley's bow appropriately. Is that better than the one we've got? It actually is not, is it? +2 vitality, 30.9, 30.3, The Thornleys, farmers and workers of these lands for many generations, have been spared much danger from the brigands. Word has reached me, however, that the patriarch of the family has gone missing as he went to deal with foes out of the north. If you are willing, I will ask that you visit Rose Thornley to the west at her home, and ask us after the well-being of her husband. All right, we will do that. Let's continue on down. Got anything else to say other than that? Nope, just a dark storm is moving, friend.
How can I be of service?
You should speak with Rose Thornley.
What can I do for you?
Speak at once with Andreg. Okay. So let's come on down here. Let's go by and visit Rose and get the next section of her thing, since we're heading toward the north up that way to go and see Andreg anyway. Hello. Oops. We've hit a place where... Alright, let's watch our lag meter down here. Have we just hit a zone line that's not wanting to load, or are we about to turn yellow and red and lag out down here? While we're waiting for it. So, yeah. So, needless to say, with that having to remove the clog and cut my Bowden tube down, it encouraged me to buy a bunch of spare parts for the thing just in case. So I got a new Bowden tube and bought a new hot end and some various other bits and pieces like an extruder motor and gear and springs and screws and Z-stop switch, and yeah, so I've got a whole bunch of parts now for it that should anything actually clog up that needs to be actually replaced, rather than that, like I said, that tube that just needed to be trimmed down, I'll have actual replacement parts for it. Well, I'm not able to move here, so I am going to log out and back in, and hopefully that'll solve our freezing problem here. Maybe I'll have to order some more spare parts for Gnomadan. Back in just a moment, folks. Alright, we have logged back in. Let's get everything turned back on. And we are moving again. Yeah, as soon as I logged out, it gave me the "you have lost connection with the server." Although we never did see our little connection meter over here turn yellow or anything like it should have done if we were losing connection, dropping too many packets. Hello, Miss Rose. What's up with your husband?
Oh, dear.
Rob has gone missing. But how do you know this? Are you one of those Southerners looking to steal this place? You'll find that we're harder than the land we live on. No, you are not, are you? Sent then by the Rangers? Never did trust them much, skulking about in cover of night, never talking proper like, but I must admit a feeling of gratitude lately, leastwise since Rob's gone missing. Rob went out with his father's sword, trying to scare off those brutish men from the north. He left a few days back and is yet to come home. I am running out of excuses to tell the workers. Please, will you find him?
We certainly will. If we can find out what happened to old Rob there. So we've got that. Let's go on up. Let's talk to Andreg, and then I think that will be the end of our mission today. I'm back to work tonight, and then I will have the weekend off, of course. Having the weekend off, of course, means that I will be doing all the honeydews and various other chores at my wife's house, working a lot of yard work and stuff right now, and of course playing with the dog. But I will actually have the nights off, so I will not be at my paying job anyway. So hopefully we can get some more stuff done then. Now Andreg should be right over here, if I remember correctly. I think he's like on this circular dais over here. He is, there we go, right up here in these ruins amongst the columns there. Andreg.
Greetings.
Saradan is a man of his word, as am I. Your arrival comes at a critical moment. There's much work to do, and too few of us here to complete all that must be done. Perhaps we will slow the progress of this foe by our combined efforts. This, at least, is a good hope to have. Indeed. And let's see what this next one is. Orc Outriders.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Another level 18. And Signs of Struggle.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Another level 18. So we do have some more level 18s to do here. So very good. We'll get to finish up this level nice and proper like. Alright folks. So that is going to be that. We will continue on from here next time. Going on with Andreg and seeing if we can find Rob Thornley as well. Thank y'all for coming along. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. Gnomadan thanks you too. And hope it's been kind of entertaining. So we'll finish up here in these northern Bree fields next time. And then we will be, I'm sure, heading back into the Barrow Downs to finish up level 19. So we will see y'all then. As I said, won't be back tonight, so no episode for tomorrow unless we do one after we get off work and maybe put it up first thing in the morning. So I think Gnarlo will be next. We'll see y'all then. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.